End of this video you will be able to see some animations like this. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video you will be looking at creating this UI which is having a bulb, you can say a lamp, then a switch, then there is a lamp hanger, and there is a title for whatever lighting of a room you are creating. So this is a concept taken from Dribbble. It can be integrated into any of the apps where you want to do a smart home type of thing, or maybe you can do also use it for dark mode, light mode. The opportunities are many more here. You can integrate this anywhere, and if this switch is on, this is how it will look. So we will be doing this. Together with this, we are also going to animate this, right? So when this is off, it will be something grayish, and it will slowly animate to your yellowish colors, and when the bulb is lit, so it will be done like that. So for that, I have a brand new project here called Smart Home. So I will be creating a package which will be living home, because in future I don't know, I will be creating multiple this type of things, so I don't know about that. In that we will be creating a dart file which will be called living home page dot. Okay, and then we will start with this living home project, sorry, page, right? So when we want to create this type of UI, see, basically first of all you will have a scaffold, right? And in that body you need to have some widgets. So the way I have tried it is, all will be in a stack, so they will be on top of someone, anywhere placed. So I will be using stack and position widget together with, so that this type of UI is created. So I will create multiple widgets. This rope will be one widget which will be called lamp hanger rope. This will be my lamp, and my lamp will not be only this much. It will start from here and end till here. So if I want to explain you in a better way, let's see this board. So this is how I will create the lamp. This will be a trapezoid which will be custom shape. This will be my bulb. There will be rope here. There will be a switch here, and this will extend till here, right? But I will divide this shape into two parts using column. So this will have some specific height, and the remaining height will go to your bottom part. Initially bottom part will be transparent, and when there is a switch on, this bottom part will have some gradient. So why I did this is very easy. I tried with this as a separate trapezoid. So if you create like this, right, and if you want to place another trapezoid with same width, which actually should extend till here, it's not possible. See this. If I make same width somehow and I want to elongate it, it's very hard to maintain the same angle. Now see this. Yeah, if you see in this way, the angle of this line and this line is very different, so it is very hard to match the angle. That's why there is an easier way to do it. Take a single trapezoid, divide it in two parts. Okay, so this is how we will be proceeding, right? So let's head on to our project, and let me create a stack here, right? So let me create lamp hanger row. Okay, and before that I will need to take screen width and screen height, because it is always needed in this project. It will be everywhere required, because we want to position things based on screen width and height, so it will be required. Let me take height as well. Okay, so inside living home, now we can create another dart file which will be lamp hanger row. So it will be easier to manage these if we are creating separate files. Okay, let's do it. So my lamp hanger rope should have this screen width and screen height. Okay, because I want to position them based on the screen width, right? So and based on the height of this rope will be decided. Okay. Okay, so I have created a constructor wherein I will get these values, and it is required, you can say, right? Now it's very easy with this one. So first of all, we will take a position widget. Okay, then there will be a child container. Okay, so color. Okay, so since we are talking about color, let me define all the colors here. Final, dark, gray, which will you, so you can define them anywhere, you can define them as a theme, but this is the video where I am showing you how to create this type of UI, not to organize it. Okay, so just you have to consider this. So what will be the bulb on color? See, the dark gray color is the color for this thing, and this and this and this. Okay, bulb on color will be this one. Okay, and this one. So it is FFE1 to C, FFE1 to C. Okay, and there will be a bulb off color, which is this state, so this color and this color. So it will be C1, some shade of gray. This all colors I have taken from dribbble itself. Then there will be a gradient start color, which will be used. I will show you just in a second. So this is start and this end. So these two colors are the start and end colors. Okay, so my start color will be FT F3B0, FT F3B0, and there will be an end color as well. Of course, we will apply some some opacity to this so that bulb is visible, because bulb will be behind this probably. So FF, this is my gradient end color. Then there will be animation duration. So because I want to animate these things, so I will just take 500 milliseconds to animate all these state changes. Okay, and yes, not taking stateless widget, since we will require stateful, because we will be I don't think we require, yeah, we don't require. Okay, fine. So lamp hanger rope also fine. So it will require, we have to give the color as well. So screen width will be screen width, screen height will be screen height, sorry, and there should be a color, so it will be dark gray as we defined, right? Okay, so let's go here and define a color, right? Fine. So this will be the color, right? And so my width, so what width you want? So basically, if you see, this is 10, 15, 20, anything you can take. So this will be 15 for me, what I have taken. And height will be screen height by 0.15. So it will be 15% of your screen, as my assumptions. As per my assumptions, you can do it anything. Okay, there is no harm in doing that. So let's try to run this. First of all, let's go to main.dart, and I will show you how to just remove everything and remove all the comments and all. So what you can do is, first of all, you delete all this my homepage state, then you delete my homepage, it's not required. Now to delete this, you can do this, you select everything, or you place this, you write regex for that. Okay, space star, so it will be multiple times, then \n. So all these lines will be replaced with empty line. Now there will be this left, so you can do it with this. Okay, and then format the file and everything will be correct. So this is a shortcut to do everything. Now living home page, we will import it here. Okay, and we will try to run the app. Okay, so this is how it is looking. First of all, two things. Let me remove the title and make this as false, as I do in all of my videos. Then let me take the scaffold background color as white. The reason for taking it as white is because this whole background is white, so we will be creating it as white. Let me run it again, and now you can see this bar has come here, but we need to position it. So since we are in a stack, we have option to give some position. So from left hand side, we will like to position it with the screen width into, so for me it is 20% from left hand side. So this is why I have taken 0.2. Okay, 0.2 is nothing but 20%. So this is how it will look. Now next we will be looking at how to create that trapezoid, the big one, and I will tell you how to divide it. Okay, so next here we are creating lamp, which will have screen width, all these same parameters, except for one additional, which will be is switch on. And so right now we are just hard coding it as true. Okay, so let's create this lamp. Because why we are passing this flag, because the bottom part of this lamp will be enlightened, right? So lamp, let's create material, right? So it's a normal a container, you can say a column, which will have two children, the upper part and the bottom part, right? So I'm going to have two containers. I will show you step by step what I'm doing, right? Before that, we need to have these fields, these three, which we had in lamp hanger rope, as well as we need to have a bool is switch on, right? And then we can create a constructor with all these fields. Let's format the file. Okay. So the height of this will be screen height into 0.25. so this is the top one, and height of this will be screen height into 0.75. Other than this, we also need to pass the gradient, right? So what we will do, we will pass in three colors: start color and end color as well, right? And yeah, one more thing, we need to make these as required, all of these fields, because without these the lamp widget will be not created. Of course you can have default values, but that's not the thing that I'm talking about right now. Start clear color and sorry, right? Fine. And then let us pass this first of all. So let's import the lamp. Then it will show you error that you have not taken end color and start color. So you can do it start color. Okay, something. Yeah, start color. No. It's not imported correctly. Yeah, I didn't import it. So I actually pressed Command Z. So the import gone. Okay, start color will be gradient start color, and end color will be gradient end color, right? Let's format the file. Now this is our lamp. We have all the things. So as I said, the bottom part, first of all, if you are not aware of what is a trapezoid is this figure. It is generally called isosceles trapezoid because this angle and this angle is same, so that these lines are with the same angle with this line as well as this line. Okay. So I am creating this container right now. It is not of this shape, so we will be using clip path for this, but let us create first this. Let me show you what I want to create. So let me first create this container having two columns and let me divide them. So basically I'm just creating this thing. Okay, it's very easy to create. First one has 0.25, then second one has 0.75. First one's color will be whatever I have passed in, and the second one's color will be a bit tricky, so we have to use gradient for that. So we have to use decoration. Okay, so gradient. Okay, linear gradient, and colors will be start color with opacity 0.4, because okay, this I will do it later. I have to show you the reason for that, that's why, and I cannot show the reason right now because it is half done. End color, so gradient is done. Okay, and from where, okay, let me show you step by step. Now let's run it and let's see how it looks. So basically this is how it looks, right? So this is weird, but it's okay, we will work around it, no problem. We will position it, we will do everything. Okay, let's take a look at the gradient. So gradient is, it is from left to right, so we have to actually give two things more here. We have to begin and end. So begin will be alignment dot top center, and end will be, so it will be starting from top center and ending with alignment dot bottom center and ending somewhere here, right? So let us run it, and now you can see the gradient starts from here and ends here. Okay, that is okay. Now what we need to do next? So probably let's first position it, or don't position it, let's just wrap this column with a clip path and give it a path, so it will be clipper, and that will be our trapezoid clip, which will actually clip this whole rectangle in a shape of this, and this. So it will be actually shaping, making it with a shape of trapezium. And believe me, there are multiple main parts in this project, so you have to understand everything. So if you stick to the end of this video, you will definitely learn a lot, and you can create your own things after this video. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel so that you can help other people as well by sharing this content. Okay, now clipper basically returns a path. So first let's create a path and return that. Whatever we do, this path will be applied to our container on which this clipper is used. Okay, so what is the thing that we want? So if we want to clip this is our 0 0 position, this is our width 0 position, I'm talking about offset. This is our 0 height position, and this is our width height, right? Width comma height. So we need some point here. The distance it is from here, equivalent distance should be from here, right? So let's move to that point first of all. Okay, so path dot move to size dot width into 0.3. Why 0.3? So basically 30% of width is starting from left, 30% of width is here. So let's move till here, then draw a line till here. Okay, so we have moved till that point. Then we need to create a line to the left bottom part, so it will be size dot height, right? So now we have moved from here to here, there is a line from here to here, then we have to create a line from here to here, right? Okay, so just duplicate this. You need to have size dot width, then you have to create a line from here to 30% from right hand side, and this value will be size dot width minus 30% of this, which is actually 70% of size dot width. Okay, so it's all mathematics if you see at the end of this. So it will be 70% of width, so it will be from right hand side somewhere, and height will be 0 because it's at the top, right? Then you of course you have to close it, and you have to run this. If you see, you are able to see something like this. Yeah, fine. You have created a trapezoid, you have clipped this path. Now this is very weird, but you can handle this. So basically this clip path have to be wrapped with some position widget now. Okay, so that we can give its width and height, right? Here we have only given height, no width at all. So width will be given by our position widget. So see, if I give width as screen width, right? So how it will look? It is not showing anything, no problem. So let's take a top of it. What will be the top? Since it has to start from the bottom of this, and the height of this is 0.15, of course, as you can see here, the height is 0.15 of screen height. So lamp will start from screen height into 0.15, right? So it has started from it, right? Now left, you have to move it somewhere here. See, it's out of the screen, right? So it should be definitely in the minus. So screen width into, or you can directly do this, right? Just move it from the screen. It's out, right? But this we don't want, so we only want this much. And screen width means the values which I have come are these. So it looks like this. Now you will be amazed, what is this, you didn't explain. So let's do step by step. Let's take it 1.5 first of all and leave it like this. So it is like this now, but our trapezoid is not even. So let's try to move it left now. Let's move it 3.5. It has moved, but now we have to increase the width. So for that you can have 1.5, right? So it is this. Now again it has moved, so you just move it left side. It is like this. Then you do it like this. See, the point is, if you see the image, it is somewhere here, right? So it's not, the endpoint is somewhere here, so that you have to match, and you have to also match the width of this point, how much it is from the screen width, right? So after those calculations, of course, you will reach to this final value, and it is like this. Now there are two things. We have passed this switch on, so what we will do, okay, so gradient will be there only if is switch on is there, otherwise it will be null. Okay, so let's run it. Since we have passed true, so it is switch on. If we pass false, it will be like this. Happy? Okay, so we are done with our lamp. Now let's create bulb, and fine. So we will call that LED bulb, and of course bulb will have two colors again. So we have to pass those colors, and also we have to pass screen width and screen height, right? Anyways, you can decide how you have to pass these colors. It's all up to you. So on color, there will be off color, and there will be a flag which will decide which color to switch, right? So is switch on. Again we will pass it like we did it in this way. Okay, so we'll pass false right now. On color will be bulb on color, bulb off color. Okay, and let's create this. Fine. Okay, sorry, yes. Okay, so let's go here, create another dot file which is LED bulb, import material stateless LED. Yes, of course there will be animations, so don't worry about that. Now how a bulb is created, it's very easy. It's a normal container with a shape of circle. Okay, so let's create a container. So it will be decoration again, because you can have shape here. So it will be box shape dot circle. Okay, and then the color of it will be if it is switch on, okay, so first of all I need to pass all of these. I need to have all these variables. So there is a change in this bulb, okay, on color and off color, right, and rest all the fields will be same. So if switch is on, then it's on color, otherwise off color. Simple. Okay, we are done with the container. And what will be the height? So width will be 100 for the container, because this I need not to pass. I can decide it here itself, because we are not dealing with screen width and screen height. Of course we will be positioning it using screen width and screen height, but let's first draw it. So suppose we are running it now. Let's import it. Okay, so where is the bulb? No, it didn't import. So basically maybe my spellings are wrong. Okay, got it. Yeah, so this is my bulb, and of course you cannot see the lamp. Don't know why, but let's okay, might be something wrong. Okay, I will just figure. Okay, so this is how it is looking. So it will be solved if we position our bulb, then it will be fine. So from left hand side I can say it is a screen width into 0.1. okay, and from top it is something screen height into 0.35. okay, so you can see the bulb, but it is on top of lamp. Now this is wrong, so you will go here and move the lamp on top of your bulb, so it looks like this. And when it is true, this is the fun part. Your bulb is gone, right? So what you need to do is, that's why I told you I will be showing you something. So this has to have some gradient, some opacity, because you cannot create two trapezoids. You have to create one trapezoid. If you create one trapezoid, the color will come on top of your bulb as well. So what you need to do is go to your colors, and with opacity you can use 4 here, and for other one you can use 0.01 as far as I know. So let me just consult that, 1 second. So it is, yeah, so 0.4 and end color. Okay, let's work with this. So now you can see the bulb, but your end color will also be some opacity. So this is how it looks, right? Yeah, I know it looks very less. So what you can do is you can make it 5, so it is more darker here, and so it is this is fine. I can see that. No, so it will be 4, no, it will be 5, and this can be 1. So it looks good. Fine. Okay, sorry, maybe start color itself can have some. Yeah, this looks good. So basically this turns out to be that there will be color for this, and there will be a gradient color passed in. So we need only one color. We don't need two colors, because I forgot that I have used only one color to give both the gradient colors. So this is how the original code is. Okay, there will be some issue. So we need to pass in only gradient color, and not the start color. I think it will be bulb on color. Yes, not the start color. So I think we don't need these two colors. Let me just try that, and it will be bulb on color. That's it. Yes, this looks perfect. So it's my mistake that I used these two. Okay, fine. So we are done with this bulb and everything. Now let's animate, because before moving to switch and everything else, let's see some magic. So Animated container you will use, simple as that. For LED bulb to uh, change its color from on color to off color, it will take some duration. So that duration we have already defined, which is animation duration, right? Okay, so we will try to pass this animation duration as well. Okay, so animation duration, which will be animation duration, and we have to have one field here. I will show you one optimized way for this also. Just wait for 1 minute. And here you can have add require, just leave it for now because we are always going to remove it. Okay, fine. So right, also for this lamp we need to make this as animated container, and duration will be same. Right, right, and we need to pass animation duration here as well. Right, so let's run it. So suppose it is false. Okay, it is looking like this. Now make it as true, and don't do this. Don't do hot restart. Do hot reload. Okay. See this animating. Now there was an idea that the bulb generally when it turns off or turns on, it takes some extra time to completely light up and completely light off. So if you see, it automatically lights off. So for that, let us take a different animation for LED bulb, certainly a bigger animation. So it will be duration, which will be 4000, and this animation duration need not to be passed. So we will remove it from here, and then let's see the changes. So it is false. Now make it true. So it is taking some time, as you cannot see it, but if I make it false, this gradient will go in 500 milliseconds, but the bulb will turn off in 4 seconds. So let's see it. See, it is taking more time to get to the office state. So this is little bit realistic. A suggestion from my very good friend. So this I have included in this. Fine. So we are done with the animation part. Now let's create a rope and add a switch. So it will be a custom switch. It will not be a switch from material library. I have created my own switch. The reason for that is very easy. See, the color of this background yellow is also getting changed to this, but in our original switch we cannot do that, right? So I created it. It's very easy. So we will just create that. Okay. So one more thing, since we are using now this at 2 places, so why not define it is switch on as a variable now, right? So let's take a variable here. Value final is switch on equals to false. That's it. So we will only need to change it one place because we will be using it at other places as well. Okay, now let's create the switch rope. So it will be called as lamp switch rope. Also this rope is very tricky because if you see, the rope ends here when it is off and ends here if it is on. So the position of this will be animated. So we will again use animated position. So but right now we will create it using only position. Okay. So but in the end of this video you will definitely see that coming in. So whatever values for bulb were passed. Let's take those values, or let's take from the lamp. Okay, color will not change, so let's create another dot file. Oops. Okay, so that it looks clean. Okay, it will be lamp switch rope. Right. Oops. I generally don't name them like this. So now let's create it quickly. Okay. So how is this rope created? Let's add position. Of course, we will need position for all the widgets we have used till now. So it will be child, a container, and color will be okay again. So we need to pass these. Gradient we don't need. We need only color. Height we need. Animation duration we need. Width and height both we need. So color will be color. Let's create a constructor. Fine. Okay. And then what will be the position? So from top it is somewhere screen height into 0.4, and bottom right now we can take it as 0.34, right, or 38. Let's do it that way. Let's work for switch off position first of all. So 0.38 is the right one, and we can of course do it from left hand side. Let's decide the width. So it will be only 2 points. So from right hand side it can be screen width into 0.5. So it is at the center of the screen. If you see, this is almost at the center. Okay, fine. So 0.5, but since it has a width of 2, so if it starts from center it will be starting till here. So but we need to then minus do it 1, so that it starts from exactly, it lands exactly in the center. So it is 1 point left from center and 1 point right from center. Okay, so let's import it, and all these values will go in except for some. So gradient will not go, and dark gray, yes, it's a dark gray. So let's run it. Okay, we have got the line. Fine. So okay, now let's create this what we say, let's create the switch. So sorry, again I press the same button. Dot lamp switch, and believe me, this is very good to learn. If you create your own switch, you will learn how to create your own switch, and it's very easy. Okay, so the lamp switch basically takes in function when it is tabbed, a width, height of a screen, and of course the switch on. So we will create a function tab. Final rule is switch on, because final screen width, screen height, right, and then we will have the constructor. Fine. Now of course we will use position. So position, again, it is very much similar to our lamp switch rope. So let's take all of this. So but bottom we don't need, top we don't need. So bottom and right or left we can manage. So it is similar to this. Bottom will be somewhere this, what I have finalized the value, and width is 30. You can increase it, but you have to then increase some of the other things as well. Okay, and left, from left hand side we can say that it is at the center, but again what we did with the switch rope, we took half of the width so that it can be exactly in the center. So we will be taking 15 right now. Okay, then our child, will be a gesture detector, of course, because we are handling top event on this. So we will pass on tap directly. Then the child will be a stack. Now why the stack? See this UI. There is a circle on top of, there is a on top of a rounded rectangle, right? So first you need to create a container, not the container, animated container. And since you are using, one second, since you are using animated container, so you need to pass a duration, which will be animation duration. So but that animation duration, I think it will be imported from living home page. We don't want that. We want it to have its own, in terms of, suppose we somehow delete that from living home page, then we should have that lamp switch working, right? So we will pass that from, so we will create this as a dependency, right? So we need it to be passed. So when we use our lamp switch, we need to pass in these colors, at least two of them. And yeah, we need to pass on color as well as off color as well, because there are two states for this. And of course this we have to pass, and we also have to pass animation duration, right? So two more things that we have to do. So it will be bulb on color will be bulb on color, off color will be bulb off color, and we just need to add these two things here as well. Right, and you can just do this. Okay, fine. Let's format the file correctly. Okay, so we are in the animated container. The width of this will be 30. Height will be, you can create your switch height as you want. Okay, I have just taken it 30 to 70. 70 is the height. Then decoration, of course, it's a rounded rectangle. So color will be, if the switch is on, then the color will be on color. If it is off, then it's off color. This is a common thing that we have done all throughout the widgets. So our border radius will be, you can use all, but there is one more which is a circular. So this is a new learning that you will get today. So circular actually directly calls all itself with radius dot circular. So less code you have to write in this case. You just need to pass 15. Why 15? Because 30 is the overall width and we want a complete circle on top of it, so we are taking radius as 15. Okay, again that's a normal maths. So on top of this animated container we need a position widget, because we are in a stack again. This is stack and we need to animate the position, so we will be using animated position. But before that I will just show you how to use position first of all for this. Okay, so we will be placing a container which will be this switch, this ball, black ball. Okay, we need to pass in one more color, so it will be the simple color, you can say. Or we can do one thing, we will do toggle on and we will do this as toggle off, so the meaning is correct, and we will pass in the color. Okay, right, so we will be using that color here. But again we have to use a decoration, because we don't have to work on switch here, but we have to give the shape because it's a circle. So the thing that we did with a bulb will be happening here. It will be box shape dot circle. But of course you need to give width and height to this. So for me, if my toggle width is 30, then this should be 24, somewhere 24, so that there is a gap. If you see, there is a gap between the whole this width and this circle, so that's why I have to take this in consideration. Okay, right, okay, but as I passed a new thing as color, so I will need to pass it from there as well. So my color will be dark gray, which is this color, right? I think it should work now. Let's see. Yeah, but the position is wrong. So what we can do, right, since we have not positioned this, so let's position the circle. So from left it will be 0, right it will be 0. Now when I'm talking about left 0, it is not this 0 and this 0, it is this contains 0, right? So automatically it should come in center. Yes, it has come. Now what is the top value? Top will be 4, so that there is some gap. As you can see here, there is some gap. Okay, so but now this line got in the behind, we need it on the top, so you just take it here and put it here. Okay, so the line has joined the circle. That's perfect. Now let's do one thing. If switch is on, then the position of it. Okay, so 4 is this, 42 is this. Now how I have come with 42 value? Let's do some maths. Height is 70 and this is 30, right? So 4 gap I want from bottom, then I want 30, so it is 34. Overall height is 70. 70 minus 34 is around you can say 36, right? So I have taken some value as 42. I don't know. Yeah, width is 24, it's not 30. So 24 will be the height of this circle. Okay, 4 will be here, 28. Yes, now the calculation is correct. So this point 24 plus 4 gap I want, so this becomes 28. So from top it should be 70 minus 28, which is 42. So that's why I have chosen 42. So if switch is on, this is 42, otherwise it's 4, right? So right now switch on is false, of course. So we are done with this positioning, and yeah, let's check how it is working. So make the switch on as true. Okay, great. Only thing left is this line's height, right? So go to lamp switch rope, make it as animated positioned, or first see what is the value of bottom so that we can actually get the correct value. So for me it is 34. Okay, this value is fine. So if is switch is on, it should be 34, otherwise 38, right? Now if we run the whole app, this is like this, and if we make it as false, this is like this, right? Let's make it true. Let's see if everything is animated. I'm not hot reloading, I'm just hot restarting. Okay, so this is true. Let me make it false. Yeah, so animation happens, but this position is very fast. So go to lamp switch, make it as animated position. So this will definitely require a duration, which is nothing but animation duration. Also, this value will be animated position, and again duration will be animation duration. And let's run it. Okay, and then this true value. Yeah, so this is very nice. Now we need to create a function which actually changes the state of everything. So is switch on should be made to false, right? So it cannot be final, it should be where, and there will be a method. Now I know why I need a stateful widget, because this foolish warning comes every now and then. So let's create a stateful widget. There's no harm in it. Yeah, we will need a stateful, because at some point of time we have to set the state. So I will create a function now, which will be, just 1 second. Okay, so you can do one thing. Yes, So lamp switch, where is the on tap? There is no on tap. So let's create on tap. Let's create function. Let's do set state, and the value of is switch on will be not off switch on. So it's just toggling of these values. So if it is true, it will become false. If it is false, it will become true, right? Once it is tabbed. Okay, so we have handled the toggle as well, and this function is passed in the lamp switch. It is passed to this gesture detector, and everything will work fine. Now let's run it. Okay, the initial value of course should be false, right? Now if I click it, this is true, this is false, everything works fine. Let's quickly add one more thing, that is nothing but the room name, right? Okay, let's create this widget. It's very quick and fast, and I think you enjoyed this video, and if you have learned something today, definitely you like the video, share it with your friends, and of course subscribe to my channel, right? So for this we need double screen width, screen height, right? And maybe the color as well. Okay, so I can pass in the color, right? Okay, now in this container, of course we are not going to use container for everything. We will first use position. We need to position it. So from bottom I want it to be screen height of 0.15. so somewhere it is start from here, and then width will be of course whatever the screen width is, that's not a problem, and the child will be so first let's do a random thing. Just write okay, of course since it's a room name, so let's pass in the room name as well, so that this is more dynamic. Okay, and style will be text style, of course room name dot to all caps. It doesn't do that. Maybe I have to create an extension function. Oh yeah, to uppercase, sorry. Fine. Text style, font weight, sorry, font weight will be 600 and size will be 26. What I have finalized these values, right? So we are done with the positioning. We just have to import this, pass in the width, and color, yeah. So dark gray, of course, and what else? Room name, so it is a living, right? Let's run this. Okay, so it is here, that's fine. So first of all let's wrap this text. First of all let's center it, so it is in center. Now let's wrap this text in transform dot rotate, sorry, let's rotate this, transform dot rotate, what is this? Sorry for the abused language. Okay, so rotate angle will be -1.58. I have already done this in video game messaging app. You can go and check that video as well if you want. Okay, it's rotated. What about the positioning? Positioning is weird now. So definitely we can increase it to 0, to 3, to 5. So this is fine. It looks good now. And by that I end this video. I will be uploading this to GitHub, and you can get it from my GitHub repository. Let's run it completely and see it in this. So it is taking 4000 milliseconds to enlighten and 4000 milliseconds to not enlighten. So this is the end of the video, guys. Thank you for your support, and I Hope that you like this video and share it with as many people as you want, as you can, and do subscribe to my channel and press the bell button so that you get updates whenever I am posting a new video. So this is it. Thank you guys.